September 1997 and Ewood Park, Lancashire witnessed the meeting of two clubs that had both been championship winners in the 1990s. With 13 points from 5 games, Blackburn were second in the Premiership and would go top ahead of Manchester United if they could beat George Graham's Leeds. The Rovers team had responded well to the appointment of Roy Hodgson and were boosted by the return of Tim Sherwood from injury. He made the subs bench. Stuart Ripley and Brian McKinley were both out injured. Swedish international Martin Dahlin, one of Hodgson's summer signings, started. It had been a disappointing opening to the season for Leeds, with only 1 win in 5 and no goals in their last 3 games. Nevertheless, Graham decided to start with 6 recognised defenders, adding Robert Molinar to the lineup. The players were wearing black armbands in memory of Diana, Princess of Wales, who died 2 weeks earlier, football paying its own small tribute. So to the match itself, everybody keen for a good view. Commentary from Alan Parry.
But now the action does begin, with Blackburn Rovers, who have proved themselves, I think, in the early weeks of the season to be a very exciting and very entertaining team. Not just those 7 goals against Sheffield Wednesday, but a 4-0 victory at Aston Villa. And they really are the runaway leaders in the scoring charts at the moment. Leeds United, just the opposite. But in football, you learn to believe, never to believe the form book. Be interesting to see exactly what shape George Graham has revealed for his lineup today. We know the personnel, but what we didn't know is exactly who would play where, with so many central defenders in the lineup. Hopkin, the captain, winning the ball back there. Scored 2 goals for Scotland a week ago in their international against Belarus. And the ball had crossed the line over on that far side. Blackburn's throw. Jeff Kenner now forced into a left-back role since the departure of Graham Lusseau, one of 7 players, in fact, who left Blackburn in the summer. £15 million Roy Hodgson brought him from all those departures, and then spent half that amount bringing in 5 new players. Wilcox, one of those he inherited, and with him attacking down the left and normally Ripley down the right, though Ripley is absent today. A genuine 4-4-2 with 2 real wingers. No wonder Blackburn have proved entertainers. A good header on there by Kuehl, a young man who has retained his place in the Leeds side today after a good display at Aston Villa in the previous game. That was Valeri, the Blackburn player, another of the newcomers, Frenchman. Radaby spreading it wide to Gunnar Halle, the Norwegian international. A useful cross which Flowers thought about going for, and it's scrambled in. Would you believe it? Against all the odds, it is indeed Leeds United who've taken the lead, and Rod Wallace, whose goal-scoring feats for Leeds United have been legendary in recent seasons, is the man to give them that lead. A mistake here, though, by Tim Flowers.
At the score, please, is number 9, Rod Wallace.
Well, that really ought to give us a game and a half now. And the cosmopolitan nature of the Premier League perfectly reflected in the 2 lineups today. Good little turn there by Hasselbank, and he has indeed lived up to his name and hassled Blackburn's defence into conceding a corner. Wallace taking up a position right in front of Flowers. Kelly with the kick. Oh, what a superb goal! Molinar with an absolutely storming volley high into Blackburn's net. And with 6 minutes gone here, quite incredibly, Leeds United lead 2-0. Unstoppable, that. Power, pace and precision. It had it all. Wallop. Well, this is a start that no one could have predicted. Within 6 minutes, Leeds United, who hadn't scored in their previous 3 matches, remember, have now got 2 goals. And one can only pardon George Graham for perhaps assuming that his lineup today was one designed to come and win a point. Because with 2 goals in 6 minutes, you can't get more attacking than that. And now he might have exactly the right personnel to hold on to that lead. But the way Leeds are playing, they'll be thinking about increasing it. Haller with the long ball forward, over the head of Hendry. Well, George Graham and his sidekick there, David O'Leary. He was, of course, his captain for many years at Arsenal. Thrilled with the start here, but Blackburn have got one back. And it's that man again, Kevin Gallagher. Well, this is looking like a repeat of the Sheffield Wednesday fixture, the last game here at Ewood Park. This is the place to come for goals, all right. 8 minutes gone, and Gallagher pulls one back for Blackburn with a beauty. Well, it was Blackburn who stormed into a 2-goal early lead in that Sheffield Wednesday match, which finished up, remember, 7-2 to Blackburn. This time they've gone 2 behind, but that could be a crucial strike, hitting back so early. And what a season he's having. He scored a couple of goals for Scotland against Belarus. Also got a couple last season with his international team against Austria. And he's now got 6 in 6 games for Blackburn. Well, you can't take your eyes off this one already. Wonderful start. Looked like a push there by Darlene. And indeed, in the end, the referee has given the free kick in his favour. Says it was a foul by Weatherall. Well, I can never remember a start to a season like this in terms of goals. All over the country, in the Premier League and the Football League, goals have been flying in. I'm not sure if there's any logical explanation for that, but it's hugely entertaining. 3 already here, not 10 minutes completed. Clever free kick that, but it hit Flitcroft in the end. Good strong defending by Valeri. That was high kick, that. And the referee has given the free kick. Valeri. Good running again from Gallagher. And how does the referee read that one? Well, it's a Blackburn throw. Gallagher takes it early to Darlene. It's a good turn, and Molinon nudged him. And the referee has pointed to the spot. It was a nudge. You could regard it as a harsh decision, but a penalty it is. Well, I don't think Molinar can complain too much about that. He would say, in the old-fashioned parlance, that it was a shoulder-to-shoulder tackle, but if you do that in the penalty area, you know you're taking risks. Blackburn Rovers here, who found themselves 2 down within 6 minutes, could now get level in the 16th minute. Sutton lining up the penalty kick. Smashed high into the roof of the net, and Blackburn are level. His 7th goal of the season. Hit it central, but hit it so hard that Nigel Martin had no hope of saving it. 4 goals in 16 minutes. And Ewood Park's reputation for being the place to come for goals is continuing. 2-2. Here goes Hasselbank for Leeds. Good effort! Oh, boy, that was close. Only got the 1 goal so far, Jimmy Hasselbank. on his debut against Arsenal, and has since gone 4 matches without scoring, but came close here. Player who was born in Suriname, brought up in Holland and signed from Boa Vista in Portugal for £2 million. And become an instant favourite with the Leeds fans. What about that piece of skill there? Kuehl doing brilliantly. Good tackle by Henry. It's now Wallace in possession. Oh, my word, is there any end to it? Another superb goal. 17 minutes gone and Leeds are back in front. This is kamikaze defending, but we are seeing some world-class finishing here. And I have to say, Harry Kuehl's part in this goal was absolutely outstanding. But what about that finish? What an astonishing match. Well, I thought we'd seen it all in the previous game at Ewood Park. Number 5-1, so what have they got to do now? We've got 5 goals here. There were 6 goals scored in 25 minutes that day. So they've got plenty of time to match that at least. Well, they'll be locking the supporters out if it carries on like this at Blackburn this season. Blackburn 2, Leeds United 3. No tedious goalless draw this one. In fact, exactly half of the fixtures in the Premier League between these two teams have been drawn. Leeds have only won 2 of the 10, Blackburn 3, and as I say, the other 5 finished level. Good ball by Kenner. And a nice turn from Sutton. Scorer of Blackburn's second goal from the penalty spot, and a good ball here. That's another push. That has to be a penalty. Well, to me, that was more obvious than the first. And Darlene can't believe it. Haller has got away with it. And suddenly at the other end, Blackburn are in trouble again. And the challenge by Henry was a risky one as well. Well, he's the man who's centre of attention here. Look at this one. That, to me, is an out-and-out penalty. Haller pushed him in the back. No question whatsoever. Haller has got away with it. And the referee has made a big mistake there. Well, they always say in football that once a referee's given one penalty, you've got to try very hard to get another one out of him in quick succession. And no wonder the home fans are angry there. I don't think there is any doubt at all that referee Dunn has made an error. And the long ball for Wallace to chase. On a hat-trick already. Kelly. If he scores, we really do know we're in for an amazing game, because he hardly ever does. Kenner gets Blackburn out of trouble. Looked like a little nudge there. Again, not given by the referee. Here's Kelly. Goes down quickly by Wilcox. But did well. Oh, with a good effort. That was close. The man involved in the controversy in his own penalty area a couple of minutes ago. It's a good ball, Darlene. The Leeds fans booing him, but I'm sure if they'd seen that action replay, they'd keep quiet about it, because there's no way he was diving, he was pushed. Lively play between Hasselbank and Wallace up front for Leeds. Looking for good partnership today. And Hasselbank's got himself into a dangerous position here and sets it up, surely. Yes! Hopkin has scored in the 23rd minute, and Leeds United have extended their lead, and we have had another goal. So that is 6, matching the astonishing start in the Blackburn-Sheffield Wednesday game, and they've still got 3 minutes to go to get another and make it even better. Excellent finish. And David Hopkins scores his first goal for his new club, Leeds United. Now Darlene is in here for Blackburn. What's the referee going to do this time? Again, he decides against pointing to the penalty spot. For my money, on each occasion, he has been genuinely pushed here. Look, he bundled him over. I don't really see how the referee can give a penalty for the first incident and not give it for the two that have followed. Blackburn have it back with Kenner. Wilcox takes over. Oh, he did well on the ground, and Darlene has got clear of his man. .33 minutes gone. Goal number 7 in the game. Darlene the scorer, and this is top quality finishing. Wallace, Hasselbank, Wallace, Hopkin, Hasselbank. We should have had another, and he knows it. Brilliant interplay here by Leeds United. The 1-2s fizzing around in the Blackburn penalty area. Lovely, quick, accurate passing, and Hasselbank really should have hit the target there. Blackburn have it back. Gallagher. That's a foul. And the referee might be reaching for the yellow card, yes, for Cure. I think it was mistimed rather than malicious, but the referee sees it otherwise. Supporters tell the referee he doesn't know what he's doing. No comment. Haller gives it away to Bohinen. Well, that's the end of a quite amazing 45 minutes of football here at Ewood Park. And if the second half is only 50% as entertaining, you won't want to miss it. We've had 7 goals, we've had all kinds of incidents and talking points and controversy, and we've reached the interval with a scoreline of Blackburn Rovers 3, Leeds United 4. Whatever you do, don't go away. There has been one change made by the managers during the half-time interval, and that is, as you will see, on the Leeds United side. They have brought in Bruno Ribeiro, their Portuguese midfield player, for Molinar, the Dutch centre-back, who did have a rather unhappy first 45 minutes. That is a tactical change, we gather, so it'll be interesting to see exactly how Leeds rejiggle things in this second half. Very often happens in high-scoring first halves that you don't get quite so much goal-mouth action in the second half, but I think in this game it could be an exception. That's a goal kick. Difficult ball that. Kuhl did well to control it. Hendry wins it in front of Hasselbank, but now Wallace. Good early ball in. Hopkin. Hasselbank comes back to Hopkin. Chance here. Close that. Well, that might have been curtains for Blackburn if Leeds could have got a 5th goal. Good play, Bohinen, Flitcroft. Here's Sutton. Clearance by Radebe. Bohinen again. Good pressure now from Blackburn Rovers. Valerie with the cross. Again, it's Radebe who gets there first. Oh, and some excellent play. Kenner with the shot. It's never his greatest strength. His skill in the build-up there was impressive, but when you consider he's only got 1 goal in over 100 appearances for Blackburn, not entirely surprising he couldn't hit the target at the end of it. And Darlene tucked it on to Sutton, gets it back again, and on it goes once more to Sutton. Flitcroft is forward in support. He tries the shot. Can't blame him for that. Top scorer last season for Blackburn with 12 goals. Got 21 in that championship season, overshadowed, of course, by Shearer. But still got an excellent record in his time here, especially when you consider he's had to deal with so many injuries, Chris Sutton. Well, Blackburn's attempt to get back into this game sees them make a double substitution. The 2 players coming off are Wilcox and Bohinen, and a big round of applause particularly for Tim Sherwood here, because it's his first appearance of the season for Blackburn. He's been injured and indeed suspended for the early games, and also joining him on the field now is the 18-year-old Damien Duff, an Irishman who made his debut at the back end of last season. Usually plays on the left of midfield, which is where he would go, of course, to replace Wilcox. And that's a free kick to Blackburn. And the referee will have to intervene here, and yes, he's going to keep up his set. Oh, he's off. Kuhl's already been booked. Well, what a crazy way to get yourself sent off. But the way Mr. Dunn has refereed this game, no surprise. But one of the, well, most trivial offences of the day has ironically produced a red card. I think George Graham will be beating the path to the referee's door again here. But you have to say Kuhl was very, very silly. But only that. Flitcroft. Good ball! Oh! Well, a lot of the fans thought that one had gone in, and Gallagher himself must have been thinking that. So close again, Kevin Gallagher, to what would have been his 2nd goal of the game and an equaliser for Blackburn. Well, we've reached the final minute of play here, and still Leeds United are in front by 4 goals to 3. But Sutton threatening, the 1-2 didn't come off. And he's had a smashing game. He was the liveliest striker on view in the first half, and he's done some excellent defending in the second. Kenner hurls it into the box this time, touched away by Weatherall. And I tell you what, on my watch, the referee stopped it about 30 seconds early. Well, that's consistent. He's had one of those days where very little has gone right for him, but it's all gone right in the end for Leeds United. Winners here in the most dramatic style by 4 goals to 3 to end their run of 3 matches, which they'd lost without even scoring a goal. Blackburn Rovers 3, Leeds United 4.
An explosive start to the game. It was the first time in the Premiership that 7 or more goals have been scored in a first half. Leeds certainly ending their goal drought in style. They moved up to 9th. Blackburn missed out on the chance to go top, and although they were second come the end of February, Roy Hodgson's men lost 5 of their last 8 games to finish the season 1 place below Leeds in 6th position.